See, sometimes you're not going to listen to me, but listen to one of your all-time greats. Mike Zimmer about to put y'all in a blender.
Played against Zim a bunch, and there's never a week that I expended more mental energy in getting prepared for a defense than going up against a Mike Zimmer defense. Because just like you said, the minute they walk up those two linebackers in the A-gaps, even if they're just bluffing them, right, it gets you thinking so much about, man, where can I get the ball out? And what coverage are they potentially rolling to when they do bring some sort of a combination, whether it's both of these guys or they overload the right, they overload the left, they spin, is it spin into this quarters or this palms we used to call it? Or is it more 3-by-1? They're going to spin to single high. Like, where are my answers, right? How am I getting this thing protected down in distance, right? Like, what do we need to do to combat this? So it was, man, it took so much mental energy. And we had to have such a precise plan for all of it. So, yeah, bottom line is if you don't have a plan, he will make you look stupid. And you will not get a third down pass off, right? It's that good a scheme. So they got their work cut out.
Good people, it's your boy Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk, right back like I never left. What's good with y'all, man? Cowboys football is back in less than 48 hours. It's time. It is time to put a fan base in a place because they acting unruly. Y'all acting totally different, Saints fans. Now, I want to talk about why this is Mike Zimmer's first test as a DC and why this is a good test. I do. But before I get there, we got to talk about how the Saints fans that made this game personal. I tried to keep it light. I tried. But everywhere I turn, Saints fans is acting crazy. Daniel Cormier on ESPN saying that they're going to beat the Cowboys. Every Saints YouTuber getting unruly. Saints fans up and down Twitter, in my comments, in my live stream the other night. Yo, what is wrong with y'all? I know y'all beat the Panthers. I understand that. And that's cool. But you going to have to relax. Like, seriously. Dropping 47 on the Panthers is great. The Cowboys have one of the best defenses in the NFL. Not just this year. In general, our defensive personnel is crazy. Why do y'all think that y'all going to be able to match personnel with us just because y'all beat up on the Panthers? I think their best defensive player is Dwayne Brown, the defensive tackle. They don't have a Micah Parsons over there or Trayvon Diggs. Like, y'all about to learn quickly. And I ain't even bring up Overshown Kendricks or Malik Hooker, Kalen Carson. None of our, like, DeMarcus Lawrence. Y'all going to learn real soon. And I'm going to explain why. But I just had to say this game has become very much personal to me. Like, at first, I was going to keep it light. I was not going to take it personal. I swear I wasn't. But the way y'all been acting, I know one of y'all going to be in my comments. Y'all are tripping. I know y'all excited. Y'all got Clint Kubiak, got a new little offensive scheme. You think he about to revive Derek Carr. Derek Carr is who we thought he was. I'm telling you right now. So when we punish y'all on Sunday, there will not be any excuse I will listen to. I don't want to hear nothing about, well, the Saints don't have the same players that the Cowboys. I don't want to hear nothing because y'all talking too much. Now, let me go ahead and get to some factual, actual ball talk. Tomorrow night, though, on my live stream, I'm chewing y'all up. Wait, but we'll get there. We will get there. I want to talk about the Saints' offensive changes because they actually directly not affect, but it's a great test for our defensive coordinator. Let me read this. I found this article on Yahoo talking about Clint Kubiak's past. It says Kubiak ties to the Shanahan offense extend beyond his one-year stint in San Francisco last season, but go to his roots as the son of Gary Kubiak. Gary Kubiak used to run with Mike Shanahan, Kyle's father. Gary Kubiak worked for years under Mike Shanahan, Kyle Shanahan's father, and as many recall, this is where the original concept of the Shanahan offense began. The wide zone scheme has legendary status even before Kyle Shanahan evolved it into what it is today. Break it down. Therefore, it is safe to say the younger Kubiak, Clint Kubiak, the offensive coordinator of the Saints, follow me, has pretty firm grasp of this cowboy killing scheme, even if he only had 1 year of tutelage in San Francisco. He was only there 1 year, but he understands it. And that's fine, because the last 3 years, San Francisco has been punishing us on the world stage, in the playoffs, on like Sunday Night Football. Whenever we play San Fran, it ain't nothing nice. And that's cool. That was Dan Quinn's, his Achilles heel, right? So what do you do when Dan Quinn leaves and goes to another job? And you have to bring in a coordinator. What's one of your first prerequisites? Are you good at stopping the Shanahan tree? Now, Clint Kubiak, look, he took the Saints from last year. The Saints were last in pre-snap motion and in play action. Guess what they were last week? First week of the season. First in pre-snap motion and third in play action. It's kind of like you get a new toy and you start going crazy with it. He's excited. He's in charge. He's like, we about to do all the things San Fran do on another level. I know how he's feeling. I know why he's excited. All right. But the 2024 defense returns many of the same players guilty of these lapses in discipline. This is the Cowboys defense. The issues get corrected. It's not just that Zimmer is the renowned disciplinarian as a coach. It's the Zimmer's defenses historically do very well versus the Shanahan offenses. This is where things change. We have the personnel. I think we've had the personnel to play with the San Fran for the last 3 years. A couple of games was close. Last year was blowout. But I don't think our scheme is right. When scheme meets talent, that's when greatness emerges. And you heard Drew Brees in the beginning of the video break it down to you that whenever he played Zimmer's defenses, it was a problem. Now, Drew Brees is a Hall of Famer, and he's great. Derek Carr is not Drew Brees. Let's go on, just get that out the way. And even Drew Brees had trouble with Zimmer's system. But I'll put a little chart up there for you to understand, just so you can see what's going on and understand my play. All right, I'll put this little chart up there. Hold on 1 second. Now, let me break down the chart because you might not understand it. I had to look at it for a minute, but I understand the gist of it. I found this from this Cowboys Stats YouTube or Twitter page. I'm sorry. I didn't bother to make this chart nice, so I'll just lead with how I interpret it. Further right equals better underlying pass defense results against Shanahan tree of play callers since 2017. Now, this chart is from 2017 to 2023. For anybody that was like, yo, this chart is wild old. No, this chart was made in February, and it's all the way up to 2023. So, obviously, the last 7 years. Okay? Further up equals better results against all the other offenses over a much greater sample. Okay? All right. Check this out. I put it on the screen. I wanted to break down how you interpret it. Now, I'll put it up there by itself. If you look at it, you see Bill Belichick is at the top. Just a little bit farther left. Remember, further right is better against the Shanahan tree. Further right and further up is the best. You look at it. The people that are the best so far. Top left, Bill Belichick. He's pretty good, but he's not as far right. Then you got Wink Martindale, right? And you got Mike Zimmer. If you look at this chart, look at it closely. Take your time. It shows that Mike Zimmer, overall, he's the furthest right and the highest, is the best DC in the last 7 years. His scheme is the best DC versus the Shanahan tree. So we're marrying some of the best defensive personnel. Micah, Diggs, D-Law, right? Kendricks, Overshown, Carson, Phillips, Nealon, Hooker, Wilson. I'm naming, like, our defensive personnel is pretty good. With one of the best schemes versus this specific system because it gives it problems. And the only thing that can be used to elevate it is amazing quarterback play. And I'm putting it on the line right now. The Saints, they don't want nothing to do with this. They don't want nothing. And I can't wait because it's the first time we're going to get a chance. Listen to me out. It's the first time we're going to get a chance to see if our investment is going to pay dividends. We don't make no mistake. Although Zimmer had ties in Dallas and he's an excellent coach and he stands on his own merit, the little extra to this is the fact that he's great versus the Shanahan tree, the thing that has been crippling us. And the Shanahan tree stretches far. What do you think the Green Bay offense runs? The Rams offense sent us home in the playoffs. Green Bay sent us home in the playoffs. The 49ers have sent us home in the playoffs. Every time we get to the playoffs and get sent home, somebody's running a Shanahan tree offense. So sometimes you got to go get the right tool to fix your issue. That tool is Mike Zimmer's defensive scheme. And we get a chance to see exactly how we look versus it as we continue to tool up because it's early in the season. But I can't wait. This is a excellent, excellent test. I want to know what y'all feel in the comments. Do y'all think I'm crazy? I'm hyping it? I think that this is perfect. See y'all tomorrow for the live stream. I holla.